Okay, quick little example on how to do a regression. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go to Home, and then we're going to go to New Documents. And then I'm going to do Add List and Spreadsheet. Especially whenever you're working with regression, especially adding data, it's probably best to do a new document every time. That way you start fresh. So anyway, I'm going to go to List and Spreadsheets. In the A column here, I'm going to type in what my category is. So let's say I have people. In this diamond area right here, don't ever put anything in there. That's for setting up formulas. We'll mess with that at another time. But let's say for people, I have 1, 5, 10, 14, 19, 25. Now, for my Y column, let's say this is going to be sales. So I got 6, 15, 18, 24, 26, 38. Now, once I have all my data in, you want to make sure that you have your data one-to-one. So notice every column in A from X column has a Y value that matches with it. So the next thing we want to do is we're going to go to Home, and now I'm going to go down here to the bar graph. And another thing you could do is if you go to Doc, hit Control Doc. Try that. If you go to Control Doc, there's a way to add data and statistics as well. So I'm just going to go back to where I was. Now notice you have all your data just kind of thrown out there on the screen. So what I need to do now is move my mouse. I'm going to go down to this bottom box where it says click or enter to add variable. And you're going to determine what your x-axis was. Since my x-axis was people, I'm going to set that up. And notice it already puts all your data on the number line. Next thing I want to do is to the left, I'm going to click that. There's my y-axis, and my y-axis was sales. So notice I have my data, and I can move my mouse over it and check my points, and it'll tell me what my corresponding values are. Notice it sets a scale for the x and the y's, and notice I got this line right here because that is where my y-axis would be. Because notice there's x equals 0, so there's my y-axis. To get my regression, I go to Menu, Analyze, 6, and there's all your options here. There's your linear. There's the show linear a plus bx. I don't really like that one just because it's not your slope intercept look. I like this one better. There's your quadratic if you think it has a quadratic look, cubic, quartic, you got a bunch of others in here. But I'm going to do show linear, and once I do that I have my equation. And that's all there is to it. Now what's really cool is later on down the road, especially algebra 2 and above, you're going to have to do inverses. Basically all an inverse does, it switches the x and y values. So if I go to people, and notice because I did the regression, now I have all these things in here. But if I go to people and I do sales, it switches it up, sales and people, and now there's my inverse function. So there you go.